Good morning, students. Today we are going to see an important part of grammar, and it is also little difficult for you to study because there are a lot of rules and regulations are there. Unless you study the rules, you cannot change direct into indirect speech. And another thing, I am sending the notes is not from your textbook. It is from another textbook because it is very explanatory. It explains in detail more than in your grammar textbook. So I request my students to strictly look at the passage I given in the online. If you look at the textbook, you don't find it. So while you learn this, you open the online and look at the screen. You'll see the rules and regulations. It is explained in good detail. Direct and indirect speech. You may often be required to report what you have heard somewhere. There are two ways of doing that. You can reproduce the actual words of the speaker, or you can give the gist of his speech in your own words. So there are two ways of speaking. One, say the actual words of the speaker. Second, somebody is reporting that words of the speaker. When the exact words of the speaker are reproduced, his entire speech is put within. When exact words are used by a speaker are reproduced, it is called direct speech. When the meaning of a speech is conveyed in the reporter's words, it is called indirect speech. That is, in direct speech, we are using the exact words what the speaker said. In indirect speech, we made some modifications, not the exact words, but the meaning, what the person said is conveyed. So that is called indirect speech or reported speech. We are reporting somebody has said. When that exact words of speaker are reproduced, his entire speech is put within inverted commas, and this speech is called reported speech. The verb set, which introduce the reported speech, is called reporting verb. Usually, comma, colon separates the reported speech from the reported verb. In other words, we use a verb to introduce what the speaker said. That verb is called reporting verb. It is also called introducing verb or reporting verb. Look at the example. The inspector said. That is, said is the reporting verb. I am glad to be with you today. That is direct speech. You put in within inverted comma. So in simple, the rules are coming. I am telling you, reporting verb is a verb to introduce what the speaker said. Here the speaker said, I am glad to be with you today. That is the exact words of the speaker. That's exact words of the speaker, inspector. Understand? When you report it, he said this way. The inspector said that he was glad to be with you that day. That is indirect speech or reporting speech, reporter speech. I hope you understand. First of all, you have to understand which is the reporting verb. In a simple way, you find sentences with inverted comma. Your inverted comma, this small two sign are the inverted comma. If in the sentence with inverted comma is the direct speech. When you look at the rules, second B, if we compare the direct speech, direct and indirect forms of narration, explanation, we find the following points of difference. 1. The direct speech is always within inverted commas. You have to find out. Always direct speech, always put in inverted commas because it is the exact words of the speaker. And it is separated from the rest of the sentence usually by a comma. No inverted commas are used in the indirect speech. When you report it, when you may change into indirect speech, you should not use inverted commas, only statement. Without comma, nothing there. Second, in the indirect speech, a conjunction, if necessary, is used to join the reporter's speech that the rest of the sentences. A conjunction is used. What is that conjunction? Look at the example. Reenu said that she was very hungry. So you see, that is used as the reporting verb. So when you change a direct speech into indirect speech, after the reporting verb, you have to use that. The reporting verb will always be just before the sentence which is put in the inverted comma. And when you change into indirect speech, you have to use a conjunction that is that. Third, tenses, personal pronouns, that is we, you, etc., possessive adjectives, that my, our, changes when the direct speech is changed into indirect speech. That's very important. The tenses of the verbs are changed, and personal pronouns and possessive adjectives are also changed when you change and direct speech into indirect speech. I am telling once more, we have to use a conjunction that after reporting verb. And the reporting verb after that, and the pronouns and verb of the tense is changed. Look at the example. The inspector said, I am glad to be with you today. The inspector said that, we use that there. And I is changed into he. That is stands for inspector. was is am is changed into was, and today you is changed into us, and today is changed into that day. Here personal pronouns I, you are changed, and today is changed that day. I will give you later the exact rules of changing of pronouns. Now you just to understand. The inspector said that he was going to be okay. Rules for effecting the changes are discussed in detail below. Look at the rules. Now we are going to, this is the introduction. What is direct speech? What is indirect speech? What is reporting verb? And the direct speech, how to put the direct speech? It should be put within inverted commas. And what is used? A conjunction is used, and there are changes in tenses and pronouns. These are I said as an introduction. Now there are certain rules. First, rules for the, if the reporting verb is in present tense or future tense, the tense of the verb in the reported speech remains unchanged. Important. So you always look at the tense of the reporting verb, that is set according to the nature of sentence. If it is statement, said or told. If it is question asked, there are a lot of. If it is imperative, it is command. Exclamatory, it is exclaimed with joy, with wonder, etc. These are the reporting verb. And if the reporting verb is in present tense or future tense of the verb in the reported speech and in the indirect speech, the verb, when you change the direct into indirect speech, the verb in the direct speech remains unchanged. Look at the sector. The Anshu says, Pami is going to England. Here, reporting verb is says. That is present tense. Is going is present continuous tense. According to the rule, it should be changed into past continuous, but it should not change. Look at here. Anshu says that Patni is going to England. It is unchanged. Because why it is unchanged? Because the reporting verb is present tense. Very careful. You got the reporting verb and the tense. If it is present tense, is simple. Present tense. If the reporting verb is in present tense, and the verb in the direct speech, that is the sentence within the inverted comma, the verb in the sentence put in within inverted comma is remain unchanged. Here, Anshu says, and direct speech is Padmini is going to England. No, we put in inverted comma, and we report it or change in indirect speech. Anshu says, you should not change the tense of the reporting verb. It should be put as it is. Here you should not change it, said, you should use said here, because the tense of the reporting verb is present tense, you should keep it as it is. Anshu says that Patni is going to England, there is no change. Now, the teacher will say, that is, will say is a reporting verb, future tense. All the children have become very naughty. Here, all the children have become very naughty. That is direct speech. Reporting verb is will say, future tense. Direct speech is all the children have become very naughty. You put in inverted commas. So the verb in the reported speech have become. So indirect speech, the teacher will say that use a conjunction. All the children have become very angry. The verb doesn't change. So that is the rule. The reporting verb is present tense or future tense. That should not be the verb in the direct speech remain unchanged. Now, if the reporting verb is in past tense, the tenses in the reported speech are changed into a corresponding past tense. Look at these, which will be changed into this way. Most probably, the reporting verb will be past tense, very rarely in present tense. So, we are very careful. If it is in past tense, you have to, these are the changes. The is, are, am in the direct speech is changed into was or were in the indirect speech. Was or were in the direct speech changed into had been. Had been in the direct speech, no change in the indirect speech as it is. Has or have in the direct speech is changed into had. Then simple present is changed into simple past tense. If the verb in the direct speech is simple present, automatically when we change indirect speech, change it into past tense. Do in the direct speech is changed into did. Has done in the direct speech is had done, or have done also had done. Will or shall is changed into would. In certain cases, shall might be changed into should. May or can is changed into might or could. Would or should, no change. The would or should in the direct speech should not, no change in the indirect speech. Might, no change, might, could. Ought to, used to, no change. Must, very important, is changed into had to. Examples you can. Suresh said, no, putting up is said, Anju is very successful. That is a direct speech. And verb is. When we said, Suresh said that Anju was very successful. Is changed to was. Second, Suresh said Anju was very successful. Here, direct speech was is used. That is past tense. And direct speech, Suresh said that Anju had been very successful. Was is changed to had been. Now, Suresh says Anju works independently. Here, works is the verb, present and singular. When changed into indirect speech, that work changed to worked. Suresh said that Anju worked independently. Works is changed into worked. Suresh said Anju worked independently. Suresh said that Anju had worked independently. Worked. That is, worked is past tense. Past tense is changed into past perfect tense. Past tense in the direct speech should be changed into past perfect tense in the indirect speech. That is, past perfect tense verb form is had plus past participle. Worked in the past tense is changed to had worked. The tense is present past perfect. Suresh said Anju had worked independently. Here, hard worked is the past perfect tense. Suresh said that Anju had worked independently. There is no change. Past perfect should not have any change in either the direct or indirect speech. Past perfect in the direct speech does not or remain unchanged change in the indirect speech. Look at Suresh said Anju will be quite happy. Will be, that is a future tense. Suresh said that Anju would be. Here, will be changed into would be. Will is would be quite happy. Suresh said Anju must learn computer. Suresh said that Anju had to learn computer. Must is changed to had to. So this is the first important rule. Rule 1. Changes in the tenses, direct speech and indirect speech. So you have to study by heart it. It's very important. I hope you understand. Now, rules number 2. That will be the next class. So I hope you understand. From the very beginning I told you that it is not easy. You should show utmost interest in study the rules and do exercises based on the rules. Then only you learn indirect speech. I can do not more than that. I try to explain as simple as possible. The students who are really interested only learn. I know. When I was in other schools, I failed to teach the children to learn indirect speech because they are not interested. If you are interested, you learn. So you have to learn the rules and regulations. Thank you. I will start the remaining. So, my dear students, you should not get from the grammar textbooks with you. It is from other books, and I found that it is more explanatory, and detailed explanation is there that will make you understand. Thanks. See you next class.